Frictional electricity. In the 17th century, William Gilbert discovered that when a glass rod is rubbed with a silk cloth, the glass rod acquires the property to attract the lighter objects. Take a glass rod and rub it with a silk cloth. Then bring the glass rod near the small pieces of a paper of lighter weight. These small pieces of papers are attracted towards the glass rod. The glass rod has the ability of attracting the paper because the glass rod gets electrified. Static charges. This animation explains the concept of static charges. We already know that there are two types of charges. One is positive charge and another one is negative charge. This animation explains the example for positive charge. Take a silk cloth and a glass rod. Now, the glass rod is rubbed with the silk cloth. After rubbing the glass rod with the silk cloth, the glass rod acquires positive charge and silk cloth acquires negative charge. This animation explains an example for negative charge. Take a fur cloth and an ebonite rod. Now, the ebonite rod is rubbed with the fur cloth. After rubbing the ebonite rod with the fur cloth, the ebonite rod acquires negative charge and the fur acquires the same amount of positive charge. Force of attraction or repulsion between the two charges. The following animation explains the force of attraction between the two charges. Force of attraction. Take a positively charged glass rod and suspend it by means of a silk thread. Take a negatively charged ebonite rod and bring it near the glass rod. These two rods get attracted. Hence, from this animation, we infer that the opposite charges attracts each other. Force of repulsion between the two positive charges. Consider a positively charged glass rod suspended by means of a silk thread. Now, another positively charged glass rod is brought near the suspended glass rod. From the animation, we can observe that the ends of the two charged glass rods are repelling each other. This is because both are like charges. We know that like charges always repel each other. Force of repulsion between the two negative charges. Consider negatively charged ebonite rod suspended by means of a silk thread. Now, another negatively charged ebonite rod is brought near the suspended ebonite rod. The two rods get deflected in opposite directions, that is, they are repelling each other. Since they are like charges, they repel each other. Conductors. Bodies which allow the charges to pass through are called conductors. The following animation explains the electrostatic behavior of a conductor. A conductor is taken whose one end is connected to the positive terminal of a battery and the other end of the conductor is connected to a bulb. The bulb in turn is connected to the key and the other end of a key is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. By pressing the key, the current is allowed to pass through the conductor, and because of the flow of current, the electric bulb starts to glow. From the animation, it is clear that a conductor is a material which allows the electricity to pass through them. An example for conductor is metals, human body, and earth. Insulators. Bodies which do not allow the charges to pass through are called insulators. An insulator whose one end is connected to the positive terminal of the battery and the other end of the insulator is connected to a bulb and the other end of the bulb is connected to a key which in turn is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. By pressing the key, the insulator does not pass the current and hence the bulb will not glow. From the above animation, it is clear that the insulators are the materials which does not allow the electricity to pass through it. Examples: glass, plastic,